up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ and we are locked in. This is the Shy episode 4. Now I know we missed last week episode 3, but I went back and watched it just so I could understand what's going on. But I'm back and we're picking up on episode 4. Now, there's a lot going on in the Shy. We seen that Kiesha, she actually came back over and she helped Emmett out. Now we know that Tiffany, she's out there running around with Rob. Oh my God, I hate Rob. But Kiesha came over and it looks like her and Emmett, they might have a little something sparking back up. Now they were supposed to be doing Christmas presents, but we know that may have led to a little bit of something else. But before we jump into this episode, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit that subscribe button, turn your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button. Also follow me on Instagram, MoedotJ. Now, we going into this episode, and I know y'all don't want to hear me talk because I owe y'all for last week, so let's jump into it. This is episode 4 of The Shy. We start the episode off and we see all the ladies and what they do to get their day started. We see Kiesha feeding the baby. We see Gemma smoking a little bit of reefer. So it's a lot, you know. Everybody's got to get up. And we all had that morning routine. Mine, I go in there, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and I sit on the bed for like 10 minutes and just think about life before I can do anything because my body is not ready to go. But she smoked a little bit of reefer and her dad was outside waiting on her. And he's like, if you're going to smoke that weed, smoke it outside because we trying to get you into our dream college. Now, we know that Gemma doesn't want to go to this school. She wants to go to a black school. She wants to be empowering. And he's like, look, you're going to take that SAT and you're going to get into this college. Because at the end of the day, if he's paying for it or he has to pay anything for it, he's going to want to decide what school she goes to. Darnell and Jada, we knew that they were going to get back together. We knew that Darnell always loved her. He would just run around the streets because it's Darnell, people. But Jada is saying, look, I think we need to chill out on having sex and start going out on dates. Darnell's like, we a little too old for that. She's saying, oh, I need to be treated like the queen that I am. Now, you remember last week, young boy ended up punching on Darnell because he was about to propose. He really wanted Jada. But Darnell's like, damn, I might put in my 2 weeks notice. Now, she does want to be treated like a queen because she's saying that she's not that insecure young woman that he met when they were in high school. Now, last time that I checked, if you're getting treated like a queen, that means he needs to be treated like a king. And when you look at hierarchy, last time that I checked and last time that you guys checked, the king trumps the queen and people do what the king wants to do before they do what the queen wants to do. But that's neither here or there. But Darnell, he puts his earpiece back in. You know he got to keep that on him. We know Kiesha decided to move out. She wanted to go to college, get that dorm experience. And I even said it in episode 2. I don't think that's a good idea, especially having a kid. Now, I'm working on my master's. I have a 4.0, and that's already hard enough. So I can imagine doing homework with a baby in here, stuck in this dorm room. So right now she's frustrated. You see her going to sleep, the baby just playing. Then she ends up texting Emmett, hey, can I come over and work on my paper? And the baby spills milk on the laptop. I'm like, I don't mind if you come over and do homework, but I already raised my kid from being an infant. I don't want to hear more kids in my ear yelling. But Emmett's like, come on through. And of course she's frustrated because she just potentially messed up her whole laptop with that baby formula. Trig, my bad. Mr. Victor has his mom with him. Now, we know that she said she was clean before and heard it all before, and he doesn't believe it. So he takes her down to the little organization that Tracy is working at to give her a room so she can start fresh. And she's trying to tell Victor that it's changed. I'm gonna be different this time. But for him, he's trying to change and do better for him and Jake. So bringing you back into our lives, that's just another distraction that he's going to have to deal with while he's trying to be that father figure and make sure everything is straight in his own household. But hopefully Victor can get through this and we can make it happen. Now our little druggie Gemma, she's supposed to be taking her SATs. Now Maisha, she's up front, she's doing her thing, she's asking questions, and she's just looking around like, I don't want to be here. She smoked that weed and it's got her distracted. But she did say SATs really don't mean much now. Now I don't know because I took mine years and years ago when it did mean something, but she just ups and leaves. We know that Trig, Mr. Victor is trying to step up to the plate, kind of similar to what's going on in P Valley, but that's neither here or there. And Douda is back, him and Tracy, you know, he had to come back for his thing, and he's trying to step up and be a cordial about the whole situation, talking about make him look presidential because he already knows how Victor feels about him even being back because he was the one that said, hey, you need to get up out of here. Kiesha shows up. We got little EJ over here. We just playing around and chilling. Now, you got to understand, there's kids in the household. I don't have no kids, so my house ain't going to be that junky. But there's kids in the house. I raise my nephews. I know how it is. Kiesha pulls up. Yeah. She's looking at Emmett like, okay, you kind of good with this father figure. Now, I've seen some people online talking about, hey, Tiffany might need to get at Kiesha. But at the same time, I mean, it is girl code, but Kiesha needs some loving too, right? And she needs some help. Even though the young man tried to help her, she turned him down. She'd rather go to Emmett, the one that already got 3 kids. Douda is back. Him and Tracy, they got their thing. But we already knew that he was never up to any good. He's always about himself. And he's basically telling Tracy, look, yeah, I'm going to have to do a little partnership with Rosalind because she's the one that had a call to get Victor's record clean to make sure everything's working good. And if you don't go along with what we got going on, you're going to get fired. Even though he likes her, it's always business with him. That's why no one ever trusts him. You didn't, I didn't. And he's basically telling Tracy right now, it's my way or the highway. Everything that we got right now that you doing, I can get you up out of here if you don't participate in what I need done. And that is partnering with Rosalind. Because after he got ran up out, she was the one that got put in place. Even though that wouldn't happen in real life. But on the show, it did. Now, we know Gemma walked out of the SAT. Now, Maisha, she came into the bathroom and she's talking to her. But she's basically saying, look, I'm not trying to be working no job. And I feel her. I ain't worked a day since December 5th, 2017. I'll never forget that day I got out the military. I ain't never worked a day again. But Gemma was saying, do you really think a degree will change things? Into a certain aspect, yeah, it will if you do work. And it's good to have a degree to fall back on. But Maisha, we know that she's spitting them hot bars. You know what I'm saying? Them hot bars. And Jim was trying to encourage her. Well, if you don't want to get a job, then you need to be rapping. Don't say I might drop a freestyle. Say you will drop a freestyle. So right now they're leaning on each other, even though they didn't really see eye to eye earlier in the season. Well, last year. But Maisha's like, okay, you know what? You might be right. You want to get something to eat? We might have us a new friendship, y'all. Lena and Kevin are upstairs and they're kind of getting into it. Now, Kevin is saying, you remember when Kiesha got kidnapped the whole season 3? We were like, oh my God, man. He never thought he was going to get his sister back. Now, Lena is saying her brother is locked up, so she may never get him back for real. And then right when they have this, Child Services comes and says her brother is no longer allowed to be her legal guardian. So right now she's technically lost her brother. Not physically, but he can't be in charge with her, so she's probably going to have to stay here with Kevin longer. Our man Victor and Rashad, they are out there in the streets, door to door. Hey, my name is Victor. Door closed. Hey, Vic. Door closed. Vic. Ain't no one trying to hear that. You came up here. Yeah, you got the nice little blazer on because it's a little cold outside, but you got the hoodie and the scully on. So you're going to have to make a public appearance before you can start showing up to people's doorsteps like that. Because as of right now, we're just looking at you and you got Rashad with you. I'm like, ain't you that boy off of ATL, Teddy? Ain't that your real name? But yeah, no one's trying to hear that. Even though he wants to know what's going on in the community, they're talking about, yeah, you got rid of the cops, but what about the parking enforcers? And then there's a guy sitting outside talking about, tell that professor stop parking in my parking spot. So people gonna have all kinds of demands when you're running for office. Now that's where the charm comes. He talking about, come on out. We have a little event. We got free child care. We got catered food by Smokies. That's all people want. A little bit of free food, because if I hear free food, you got free t-shirts too, because I love some free clothing. Free food, free clothing. Okay, I might come and see what you guys have to offer. Don't mean I'm gonna vote or donate or sign anything, but I'm gonna see what you have to offer for this freebie. Now, it looks like the campaign is starting to pick up. Victor and Rashad, they out there. Now they hop into the G-Wagon. You know it's cold as hell out there in Chicago. Rashad trying to roll up a little bit of that sticky, you know what I'm saying, to warm up. But you can't be going to people's houses smelling like weed. He's like, come on, Victor, man, I'm out here. I could be at the house with my lady. He's like, she got a job. Now, no one expected to see Rashad, you know what I'm saying, actually get him a woman and kind of settle down. Now, we know Imani never came back to the Chi. She's out in St. Louis, wherever the hell she's at. But Now, you know what I'm saying? Victor's getting closer to Tierra, and you know, they saying everybody online is liking that chocolate on chocolate. So it's like, okay, my boy moved on quick. 2 episodes is all he needed. Darnell heard he needed to step up or he can't get no more loving. This man went out. He looking for outfits. He looking for rings. He doing everything. He trying to step up to show to Jada, look, I loved you since I laid eyes on you sophomore year, 30-something years ago. But girl, this love is real. Kiesha finally gets done with that paper, and I'm talking about it's dark outside. And we all know how it is when you typing up something you ain't trying to do. When you finally get done, it's like, damn, thank you. Now Emmett comes over. Ain't no typos in there. You know what I'm saying? No punctuation, no grammar errors. You know what I'm saying? You're grammatically correct in there. She's like, yeah. And they looking into each other's eyes. And we all like, don't do it. Don't do it, Emmett. Don't do it, Kiesha. Y'all don't need to go down this road. We just heard that Lene may possibly have to go in front of the court, and then they'll put her into a foster home. Now, of course, Kevin is saying he wants her to come stay with them. Dre is an advocate also of Lene staying with them. The only thing is Nina, she's kind of iffy, but Dre's trying to explain like the foster homes is not a good place. There's a lot of traumatic events that happen in there and kids don't get treated properly. Kiesha's out the house with the baby. There's an extra room and Kevin is matured. So Kevin and Lene, they're sitting here while the adults are talking about it downstairs. And Kevin's like, you know what? Let's leave and get our minds off of this. Lene's like, all right, let's do it. Cause she's kind of down and out because her brother can't be her legal guardian. It's war night at the Trinity house. Our lovely lady Tierra introduces our man Victor, and he gets up there and he just starts to tell the community everything that's happened. You remember Jake, he was brutally attacked by the police, Chicago PD. So he wants to make a change. He's grew up in this environment. He was in the streets. We know him as Trig. Y'all get to meet him as Victor. So he's saying he's going to do whatever it takes to make it a better Chicago. And that's one thing that they have going on with the community center and them actually showing up to stop any domestic violence so the cops won't have to intervene and potentially hurt anybody. So right now, he's on a good path because you got to get the community behind you because they're the ones voting. How many cars you got? A lot. How many drugs you sold? A lot. Yeah. Well, we just went to the Rock where our boy Kev and Lene, they going to pass out food, right? Yeah, well, Gemma went ahead and signed up Maisha. You remember she's supposed to drop that freestyle. She said, I might. Gemma signed her up and she got up there and she said when she parked that big body Benz, yeah. Now there's one dude in the crowd and he's dancing a little too hard. This beat, this 21 Savage, a lot. It ain't that type of beat. He over here doing all this. It's like, hey, let Maisha just spit. You just bob your head, bruh. It ain't, hey, you ain't dancing that hard to this song. Then she disses our man Papa and said, I don't need me no church boy. I need me a soldier. I need me a real one. And Papa's out there in his work uniform getting clowned. Damn. But I told y'all, fellas, do not take advice from Papa. When he was giving Jake advice, I told y'all don't listen to him. He's been doing all of this white knighting. And look at him, getting dissed in front of everybody. Kiesha got done with the work. She didn't go home. She's still relaxing over here because this is a safe space. You know what I'm saying? They just relaxing. And EJ's talking about, Daddy, I'm bored. Emmett gonna tell EJ, go outside. Because that's what our parents used to tell us. Negro, it's not 3 in the afternoon. It's dark outside. It's cold outside. This is Chicago. You about to send a 4 or 5-year-old outside at this time of the night? Kiesha was like, no. So he said, all right, let's build a fort. I'm like, come on, Emmett. Rosalind and Tracy, they're having a little meeting that they need to have. Now, we know that Tracy needs to get on board because Douda said you'll be fired if you don't cooperate with Rosalind. But she also tells Rosalind, if you mess up what I got, I'll kill you. And then Rosalind starts to expose a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little more than what they need to be talking about inside of this place. Talking about, yeah, Douda killed the wrong kid, but it is what it is. So now Tracy's listening to it, and Rosalind didn't have a point. Like, maybe you're the one that's messing up. So right now, these two, they need each other, but neither one of them want to work with each other. Even though Rosalind is saying this might be a good thing. That's because she has the power, and Tracy, she just has to go along with it, or Tracy doesn't have a job. Now, this lady, she gets up and she asks a question. because this is how they try to jam you up. She says, Victor, are you trying to take credit for creating Trinity House? Take the credit away from a black trans woman? And Victor's like, no, I'm not. I'm actually the co-creator, the co-founder. Now, I never took anything from her, but as of right now, I'm running this place. Imani moved back to St. Louis. I'm running this. I know the community was built and protected by a lot of black women, but Imani helped me be the man that I am today. And I'm the one running this. I'm the one standing in front of you. Yeah. You see it says Trinity House right here? I'm Victor. So what they were trying to do was jam him up to say that he was trying to take credit for something he didn't do, but he was actually the co-creator. And now he's the only creator still involved with the project because Imani stepped away. They were trying to jam Victor up, but he handled that exactly how he was supposed to. Jim was asking Maisha, if you don't want to go to college, you might as well pursue the music career. Now I'm thinking, oh, it sounds like All American, but I could be your manager. And Maisha was like, I might have to think about that. But we know that Gemma, she wants that vegetarian food, that vegan food, and she smells gizzards. And if I smell gizzards too, I'm going to throw up. Miss Fatima, exactly how I told y'all Victor handled that correctly. She even tells him in the midst, you handled that exactly how you're supposed to. Now, she started to ask a little bit of questions like, when did you and Imani break up? And Victor is continuing to handle this how you're supposed to. I don't want to talk about the past. I want to move forward and try to help out the community. And whatever they need, this is serious. This is deep to my heart. I want to take care of it. Now, it looks like she's trying to, dig and get a few things because she does bring up Tierra. You know what I'm saying? Like Tierra, that the people would like that. So she might be trying to say that, I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there that Victor left Imani to be with Tierra, to be more with the community. I don't know, but there's something fishy about this reporter. Kiesha's just all worn out. She watched Emmett and EJ build forts together. She's laying on the couch. And then Emmett kisses her on the cheek. Brother, if you don't just put a cover on her, go upstairs and leave her about her own, this is going to be trouble, y'all. We already know it. Listen up, people. Teen pregnancy is serious. There's no accidents. There's no, oh, we made a mistake. No, you having unprotected sex, there's a high possibility you're going to get pregnant. This is what happened with Gemma. They're taking a pregnancy test, and it looks like, because she said fuck, that she's probably pregnant. Now, we just seen this in P-Valley also. Listen, young fellas, women, if y'all need condoms, hit me up. I'll send you the money to buy some. There's no reason to have sex without protection. Unless you want to have a kid, and then you want to, oh man, because I don't want to hear none of that complaining. You were old enough to do it. You were old enough to protect yourself. Exactly what I was saying with the interviewer, Fatima. And that's what Rashad is saying. It's like, hey, bro, you can be you, man. You don't look at Tierra like that. So just be you, man. The people are open with whatever. But we see our boy Victor is saying, look, we got new people coming in to visit, and he doesn't want to rock the boat. If they see that he's, still with Imani or still wants to be with Imani, he's thinking that the people, the community might not, want to support him. But Rashad is saying, be you, brother. You ain't got to fake it. That's why I rock with Maisha. We see Gemma walking around talking about, oh my God. Nah, don't call for him now. I don't want to hear none of that crying. You wasn't crying when you was doing it. You wasn't screaming his name when y'all was doing it. You had money to buy a pregnancy test. You ain't have money to go buy some condoms. You can go to the gas station and get a condom by itself. No. She talking about, Maisha, have you ever been in this situation? Maisha said, I know how not to get pregnant. It's really that simple, people. It's really that simple. I said something that's fishy with Fatima. And that's why Trigger's like, I want to talk to you off the record, because she's saying you're just doing this to make people feel comfortable. And that's what I was saying during his speech. She's asking these questions because it's like, okay, you're trying to separate yourself from Imani because Imani was trans, and you just want the community to feel comfortable coming to the Trinity House and you taking the credit for it. But he's saying, let me show you the real me. So there's something else going on with her, and I just don't trust her. Darnell stepped up. He's treating her like the queen. Now they out. She talking about, let me get the red wine. He talking about, y'all ain't got no crown back there? All right, give me whatever brown liquor y'all got and get the lady the most expensive bottle of red wine. Now, he done bought her an outfit. She got the earrings. She got everything. But then he tells her straight up, hey, don't think about ordering no dessert. A man with a budget, I respect it. These two, they rekindling that old thing, you know what I'm saying? He talking about, I want you to be my dessert. And I can make you a sundae when I get home. She talking about, I ain't licking no whipped cream off them balls like I used to. He's talking about, why not? But this is cool. When you got that person you love, y'all can joke around and talk like this with each other. And this is good to see these two back together, man. Now, Emmett, I thought he was going to put the cover on her and go upstairs. He didn't kiss Kiesha on the cheek and he just slept downstairs. Now, Tiffany FaceTimes. She talking about, I want to see EJ. And why are you so short? He's like, I just woke up. Now, Kiesha's sitting on that couch and she's looking like, nah, you know what you're doing over there. That's your homegirl, Tiffany. Why are you over her baby daddy house? Staying the night. Yeah. Girl code, right? But can't blame nobody but Emmett for letting this even go down. Now, this is what I don't get. Kiesha asked, why didn't you tell Tiffany that I was here? He was like, I didn't feel like I had to. Why didn't you tell Tiffany you were staying the night over there? Why? You felt guilty? You see what I'm saying? It's just ignorance on all sides. Like, come on now. If you thought he was going to tell, why didn't you just tell, hey, Tiffany, I'm going over to, you know what I'm saying, the Emmett's house, you know what I'm saying, to write the paper. But you ain't say nothing. Yeah, don't be trying to throw it on him, even though Emmett's messed up, because I would have never let her come over in the first place. But you went over there. Then Tiffany FaceTimes Kiesha. Kiesha don't even answer. Feeling guilty? Gemma hops in the truck with Jake and she says the 4 words we really don't ever care to hear about. We need to talk. My first response would have been about what? Like, don't say we need to talk. Just start talking. Tell me what the hell you got to tell me. But we're going to have to wait till next week to find out what she tells Jake. All right, there you go. Episode 4 of The Chi. Let me know what you think about that. Do you think that Gemma and Jake are going to keep this kid? And is it even Jake's? And also, is Trig and Fatima, are they going to get close, or is she trying to bring him down? Let me know what you guys think. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jamie on the beat, boy.